Pluto by T.J. Palmer. I don't mean Goofy's pet dog on Disney Channel. I'm afraid I'm here to talk about Pluto the dwarf planet. Pluto was named after the Roman god of the underworld, and Pluto is the only planet to be named by a kid. An 11-year-old girl from England named Venetia Burney suggested that it needed to be named Pluto. Pluto was a Roman god in Greek mythology. He is known as Hades. Anyone who has read Rick Riordan's series starring Percy Jackson knows all about Hades. He governs the land of the dead, the underworld. Rick Riordan's deck book is even about Hades. If only he would hurry up and finish writing it. That alone makes Pluto pretty cool. But some nerdy astrology guys don't think Pluto is all that. In August of 2006, Pluto's status was officially changed from planet to dwarf planet. Poor Pluto. Never again will Pluto be the ninth planet, or the littlest planet, or the most distant planet. But don't sell Pluto short. It has an atmosphere and weather, geology and possibly liquid water, and 5 moons. Charon, Pluto's largest moon, is only about half the size of Pluto, while all the true planets are much larger than their moons. It's kind of impressive that we discovered 2 new moons in the last 2 years, but did we promote him back to planethood? Nope! According to the new definition of planets, a full-fledged planet is an object that orbits the sun and is large enough to have become round due to the force of its own gravity. In addition, a planet has to dominate the neighborhood around its orbit. I got to be honest, I don't like the new definition. I know smarty pants scientists came up with it, but I think they're just big nerdy bullies. It's time to stick up for the little guys of our solar system. Whenever a starship on Star Trek pulls up to something in space and turns on the viewfinder, the ship's crew knew within about a second whether it was a planet or a star or another spaceship or whatever. They didn't need to know what else was nearby. They just knew by looking. Gee, I hope it's politically correct for me to say dwarf planet. Was I supposed to call it a little planet? Is calling Pluto an almost planet or midget planet okay? How about the little planet? That was but is too small to be anymore. Too wordy? Okay then. I guess wannabe planet isn't good either. Huh? If we are so concerned with reclassifying planets, shouldn't we pay some attention to Jupiter? Jupiter's the biggest planet in our solar system. I think it should be reclassified too. If you ask me, Jupiter is an obese planet. Is obese okay to use? The planet we should really be concerned about is not Pluto. It's Uranus. If ever a planet had reason to be self-conscious, it's Uranus. The poor planet has been, well, the butt of more jokes than anything else in space. Poor Pluto serves as a reminder that anyone or anything that doesn't live up to expectations can be struck off the A-list just like that. When you get right down to it, the case for Pluto doesn't have all that much to do with the fate of Pluto itself. The planet won't be affected by what we call it back here on Earth, but the debate does have everything to do with how we see the universe around us. I choose to see the little guy. So, classmates, friends, let's rise up, stand up for the little guy, and give Pluto back its planethood.
Pluto for planethood.
Pluto for planet.
Pluto for planethood.
Pluto for planet.
Pluto for planethood.
I'm with a nerdy scientist, and Pluto's just a dwarf planet.
I am with the nerdy scientist, and Pluto is a dwarf planet.
Pluto for planethood.
Papa's Pizza, and I say Pluto for planethood.